Hello again, good friends. Welcome, new subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. When it comes to detailing products here at the shop throughout a normal day, I'm not tied down to one. I enjoy many different types of products, and I will switch up between different types of products throughout the day, throughout a correction. So that means compounds, cleaning products, even tools themselves. But when it comes to protection for my customers' cars, I will settle for nothing less than the absolute best. So I'm going to share some with you. We're going to start with protection for leather today. Now, I'm going to share these with you, but in no way do I intend to force you or get you to buy into a certain brand or even a certain method or way of protecting. I'm just showing my way, my experience, and wanted to share it with you. What you do with that information is completely up to you. So again, today we're going to start with leather protection, and the absolute best protection for that substrate is IGL Leather. Will last 12 months or so. It finishes up with a natural look, a natural feel. Let's get out to the shop and I'll share with you exactly what I go through during preparation, during application, and during the first few minutes of it curing. Before we get into preparation for the coating, let me show you what the kit contains. This is a professional grade kit. It's a kit designed to protect, guys, one of the most sensitive materials found on a car today. The instruction pamphlet and data sheet right on the top there. We have a handful of micro suede applicators. We have stickers for both window or door jamb. Tagging the car lets maybe the future owner know what is protecting it. We have the applicator block. We have a cleaner for the leather. We also have a conditioner and a topper for after the coating is installed and cured. And we have the coating itself, a pair of gloves, and the trigger nozzle for the cleaner. When it comes to preparation, what you need, I have a vacuum ready to go. I have the air nozzle. I have the leather cleaner that I choose to use. I have a detail brush. I have a little skewer here for the perforated holes in the seats. And I also have my leather seat cleaner, the little detail brush. When it comes to vacs, I don't like to use vacs on leather seats. And just in case the nozzle is sharp or pointed, it could scratch or scuff the top coat on leather seats, so I go right to forced air. The nozzle on my air chuck, I round it off the tip. It's not pointy or sharp whatsoever. I have no qualms about putting it up against the leather, up against the top coat, and I use that to blow away and clean out the seams. I will always start with the seams. It's one of the most important areas to clean on leather seats. When dirt and debris gets in between the panels, in between the bolsters at the seams, and then the driver or passengers slide in and out, entering and exiting the vehicle, those bolsters, those patches and panels rub together at the seams, and after a while it will rub that top coat and dissipate it down to the leather. So I clean that out, I make sure that gets protected as well, and I always start there. Next up, and before I get to the cleaner, I'm going to take care of the perforated seats, and I'll use that with my little skewer. This absolutely drives me crazy. I can't stand when even one of them is clogged with anything, so I'll go after them first. A little tedious, but it has to be done. Now, I use this, but I don't recommend this for everyone. I know exactly how far to push down and not open up those perforations any further than they already are. Maybe use something smaller like a pin. Alright, I'm going to take care of the rest of these little holes off camera, and when I come back, we're going to grab the cleaner and clean the top coat of the leather itself. You can either spray directly on, depending on what cleaner you like to use, or spray on your detail brush or on my little leather cleaning brush here, and get to it. My go-to for the cleaning of the top coat is Heaven for Leather. Now, this is a cleaner slash conditioner, and when I mean conditioner, not a creamy, thick conditioner you're thinking of. It's just an added product to give a little bit more of a subtle, softer feel to leather. Easy to use, user-friendly. Get it on there, lather it up, agitate it, wipe it off, move on. I do one little patch at a time, one little section. I'm going to follow that up with a detailing brush, going after those seams once again, using my hand to spread apart the patches or the different sections so I can get at the seams a lot easier. Cleaning those, even though they are out of sight, they are very important. Moving right along, we have everything cleaned up and ready to go, prepared for the coating. If you're one who uses the applicator block, grab the microsuede applicator, wrap it around, tuck it in. We're going to crack open the bottle for the coating itself, and we can get going. This coating is applied just the same way I would a ceramic coating for the exterior on top of the clear coat. Up and down, then left to right. We're going to cross hatch. We're going to do a crisscross pattern and make sure the coating is applied as evenly as possible. The coating itself then cross-links and it creates an invisible layer that's pretty much undetectable. It feels and looks natural when cured, but it is UVA, UVB resistant. It resists liquids, dirts, dyes, radiation, and is breathable. I really enjoy the coating because IGL Leather keeps in mind that people purchase cars with leather in them for the leather's certain feel or a certain look or certain smell. And the coating itself will not disguise any of those traits whatsoever. As you can see here, the coating goes on just as any other coating would. It goes on looking a little wet, looking a little glossy. It makes the leather itself deeper, darker, richer, gives it depth, but it will not cure that way. If there are any high spots left behind at all, you can follow it up with a microfiber and knock those down, knock them even. It's not necessary. This does call for 2 layers for maximum protection, and you need 2 hours of cure time in between before you can layer. I would wait 2 to 5 minutes to go ahead and knock down those high spots if there are any left behind. You'll probably notice the applicator block is somewhere at the bottom of the trash can. I only use those on larger substrates, a roof or a hood or a trunk. I just rip the applicator off and I'll place it in my hands and apply the product, especially on some of these softer materials, the pliable materials and materials where they have a lot of curves and corners. So you can see the difference between the backrest and the bolster. It's deeper and darker and richer where we applied it. It is starting to cure. The gloss is already starting to recede all by itself. All right, so we're going to let that go for 2 hours, and we're just upon 2 hours now, and this is what it looks like. It's not greasy, it's not extra slippery, it's not slick, it has a natural feel to it, natural smell. So that means it's time to come in and give it its second coat for maximum protection, and we're going to do this exactly the same way as we did the first coat, except for I have microfiber slung over my shoulder. I'm going to follow up and hit off those high spots right away. Not a whole lot of pressure at all, pretty much just dragging the microfiber across the surface of the seat. I can go ahead, finish this seat up, get the backrest, and hop around to the rest of the vehicle. After the second layer, we need 4 hours of cure time before anyone can hop in or out of the vehicle. Keep the doors open, keep it ventilated, and then we need 3 to 5 days to cure fully, depending on humidity, before it can be cleaned with any type of cleaner or any type of shampoo. Throughout the next year, as the vehicle comes back for maintenance cleanings, I'll just use a damp microfiber to clean the seats, and then I'll use this topper here. This topper is similar to other toppers for ceramic coatings on the exterior car, like Reload or Kamikaze Overcoat. It's a sacrificial layer and rejuvenates the coating. Okay, so IGL Leather. A great product for the protection of leather seats, leather trim, spill proof, UVA, UVB block, the whole gamut of protection for that substrate. Will last on an average of a year. I'll bring it back after that and reevaluate, and if we have to reapply, we certainly will. If not, we'll take care of it. We'll put on the topper that I showed you that was in the box with the product, and we'll let it be. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.